Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another demo class video. This video is all about PL Sql demo. So let's get started. So first of all, let's see what is PL Sql. Okay. So first agenda is we are going to see what is PL Sql. Okay. So PL Sql stands for Procedural Language. And it is the extension of SQL programming language. Okay, remember this point, that is PL Sql is the extension of SQL programming language and it stands for procedural language. Okay, so PL Sql, what is PL Sql? It is the combination of SQL along with some procedural features of programming languages. Okay, so it is also developed by Oracle Corporation. One more point to be remembered, that PL Sql language can be stored in the client system or else in your database server. Okay, so that is the server side. So your PL SQL, whenever you are writing any code in PL SQL, then it is going to store either in client system or else in server side, that is your database. Okay, now let's discuss all about PL SQL block. So what is PL SQL block? So before starting PL SQL block, I just mentioned you that all PL SQL programming, each PL SQL program consists of SQL and PL SQL statements which form a PL SQL block. Okay, so these PL SQL block, consists of three sections. Okay, so this PL SQL block consists of three sections. So what are the sections here? So what are the sections it contains? The first section is your declaration section. Okay. The second section is execution section. And the third section is your exception handling or error section. Okay. So exception handling or error section. Fine. So these are the three sections in PL SQL block. So let's discuss one by one. What is declaration section? What is execution section? And what is exception handling or error section? Okay. So first is your declaration section. Okay. So what is declaration section? So declaration sections always start with keyword declare. Remember this point, that declaration section is always starts with the keyword declare, and this section is optional one and is used to declare any placeholders like variables, constants, records, cursors. Okay, regarding cursor we are going to discuss in our future classes. Cursor contains in your course content. Okay, so remember this points, that whenever you start, if you start declaration section, start with declare keyword. Under declare keyword, what it does, it is declare about variables, constants, records or cursors. Okay, so why these placeholders are required? To store data temporarily basis. Okay, so this is all about declaration section. So next is about execution section. Okay, so in execution section, what you do? You start with the keyword begin. So execution section, it starts with the keyword begin and ends with the keyword end. Okay, and ends with the keyword end. So in between this begin and end, what we are doing? This is, always remember, declaration section is the optional one, execution section is the mandatory one. Okay, you have to mention execution section in your PL SQL block. So here in execution section, what you are going to do? You are going to write the logic which is to perform in your task. Okay, all the logic is written in execution section. Okay, the programmatic constructs like loops, conditional, what are the logics? You are using loops or conditional statements, right? Conditional statements, or else you are using SQL statements. Okay, so these are your logics which you are writing in execution section, and execution section starts with begin keyword and ends with end keyword. Okay, so let's move to the next one, that is exception handling, or the third section, that is error section. Okay, so this section starts with the keyword exception. Okay, and this is also a second optional section. So any errors in the program can be handled in this section. Okay, if any error occurs in your program, then this will be handled in error section, that is by using exception handling concept. Okay, so if you already know about oops and also Java, if you know, then you know about exception handling part, or else we are going to discuss exception handling also in PL SQL training. Okay, so let's see how your PL SQL blocks looks like. So how your blocks looks like? It starts with declare, okay, which is your variable section where you are going to declare your variables, that is variable declaration part. Then it starts with begin keyword, that is your execution section where you are going to execute your program, that is program execution. And then your third section, that is your error section, that is exception, and where all exception or errors are handled here, that is exception handling. And at last your end. Okay, then semicolon. So this is how your PL SQL block looks like. Okay, so let's move to the next topic, that is SQL command. Okay, so what are the categories comes under SQL command? Okay, so these SQL commands are grouped into four categories. And what are the categories? The first one is your DDL. You know about DDL, that is data definition language. The second one is DML, that is data manipulation language. And the third one is TCL, that is transaction control language. And the fourth one is DCL, that is data control language. So these are the four categories of SQL command. So why the data definition language are used? So what are the commands which comes under DDL? That is create, modify. Okay, that is modify means you are alter, right? Create, alter, drop, rename, truncate. So these all comes under DDL statements, right? DDL, these all are called DDL statements. Okay, fine. Let's move to this. Okay, down. Okay, Fine. So these all comes under DDL, that is data definition language. So then which commands comes under DML, that is data manipulation language, that is select, insert, update and delete. These four comes under data manipulation language. Okay. And what is TCL? TCL commands? TCL commands are commit, rollback and set point. These three comes under TCL. And DCL data control language, that is only true. Two is there, that is grant and revoke, right? Grant and revoke. So these all SQL commands you already knew in SQL language also, right? DDL, DML, TCL, DCL. So these four commands also used in PL SQL programming also. So remember these points, that is in DDL, create, alter, drop, rename, truncate is used. DML is for select, insert, update, delete. TCL is for commit, rollback, set point, and DCL is for grant and revoke. Okay. So why these commands are used? First, DDL. Why DDL is used? It is used for creating, modifying and dropping the structure of database objects. Okay. So DDL command is used for creating, modifying and dropping the structures of database objects. DML. Why DML is used? DML is used for storing, retrieving, modifying and deleting data. Okay. And TCL, why TCL is used? TCL is used for managing changes affecting the data. Okay. And DCL. DCL is used for providing security of database. So DCL is used for providing security of database. So this is all about four categories of SQL command. Okay. Now let's see what are the things we are going to cover under this course. Okay. The first thing which I am going to discuss in PL SQL tutorial is all about PL SQL variables and constants. Okay. Then we are going to discuss about control statements, how all control statements are used in PL SQL, that is if, case, loop, exit loop, while loop, for loop, continue, go to, these all control statements. Okay. Then we are going to discuss about PL SQL procedure. After that, about PL SQL function, then cursor, then about exception, and at last we are going to discuss about trigger. Okay, so cursor, function, procedure, exception and trigger. These five things are very much important in PL SQL training part. Okay, so we are going to discuss about these all things in our PL SQL tutorial. And also in advanced, we are going to discuss about SQL in PL SQL, how SQL works in PL SQL, and packages in PL SQL. That's all about today's demo class. Okay, and we'll start our classes very soon. In our classes, we will discuss all these contents. And if you have any queries, then please comment below or else mail me at drop your mail to rashmi@gmail.com. Okay, this is my mail ID. You can drop your queries and any doubts you have. Okay, thank you all.